There's a storm approaching that finally catches up with us with winds of up to 62 knots. We find a hole in Cordelia, explore Trapani and introduce you to the delights of the Moran Galley. We hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
This time tomorrow we'll be on the
This is Cordelia, our Venus Ketch. This is Steve.
riding with you in the sunnier
I'm Annette, and this is the cutest member of our crew, Gus.
I wouldn't want it any
Our dream was 10 years in the planning. In the end, you only ever regret the chances you didn't take. So what are we up to then?
Well, I've just, because of the weird system that we've got on here at the moment, I've just been wiring in the inverter from the shore power, because we've got a changeover switch, but I haven't wired it in properly. And so because we're now out at anchor, I've taken out some of the electrical wires to put in the inverter wires. Whilst I was doing that, I noticed a leak on one of our deck scuppers, which is on our list of things to do when we get lifted in Almerimar in a couple of months' time. There's something which I've not been totally happy with, just because it's something which is sort of original and we've never touched it. And anyway, there's a weep, and it's actually, because we're in a rolly anchorage, it keeps going under the water. So I'm trying to ascertain whether it's the fitting is failed, or whether it's the pipe that's failed, or whether it's the Jubilee clip that's failed. So at the moment I'll put a bung in it, but because of the nipples on the skin fitting that allow you to tighten it up, they're stopping the wooden bung from actually making a good seal. So will stop a big ingress of water, but there's still water getting by, as you can see when we go like that and it dribbles out. So now I'm going to put a bit of plasticine around it, and hopefully that slows the water up. Every boat should have some plasticine.
Or even plasticine.
Sorry?
Plasticine. Plasticine.
That's what it
Plasticine.
is. Every boat should have some plasticine.
Or even plasticine. Have you... Has anybody ever seen the word plasticine with an R in it? No. Plasticine. Thinks he's got blue blood, he does.
So now what I've done is, you can now hopefully see the difference, is I'll put plasticine around the bung, so now when it goes underwater and comes back up, you don't see any water running out. All sorted.
I always wondered what this plasticine was for.
What, you just thought I liked playing with it?
No, I knew it was something important. I'm not so sure about that hard bit there.
If you was in a desperate situation, you needed to bung a hole up.
But with that hard bit, it's like a piece of rock.
Oh, I don't know.
It's just turned 6 o'clock on the 30th of April, Saturday 30th of April, and we've just left Punta Grande. We've anchored overnight, just for a night. A bit rolly, I'm tired. I know Steve's a bit tired, although he did sleep quite well. Anyway, we've got about a 12-13 hour sail today. Steve's just put the main up and the mizzen up, and yeah, we hope to be there sometime early this evening. Can't remember where we're going, but anyway, we're heading up to the Egredy Islands, and we need to get over to Sardinia. We've got quite a nasty storm coming in a few days. Anyway, speak to you later. See, dead calm. Dead calm. One other boat in the anchorage, he's been here for a few days with us. Haven't seen a soul on there. But look at that water. This is the calm before the storm though. Definitely. As you can see, it's nice and warm. I've asked Steve if this summer, I'm going to clean all of this silver today, all of this chrome today. I've asked Steve this summer if he can just make sure that all footage of me is just from here up.
I don't understand why.
I think you do. But anyway, so if you see anything of me from here down, it will be blurred out, kind of pixeled out, like you get in a kind of high-end sailing channels.
TNA.
No, nobody wants any TNA from Cordelia. Definitely not. Definitely not. I used to be the champion thrower, didn't I?
Yeah.
I'm going to throw this piece of bread through that triangle there, and it's going to go into the water through the big bit there. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes! Yeah!
Jesus.
You look really shocked there.
I was really shocked.
What box is it?
Rangefinder.
Oh yeah. Look, can you see? So what's on the menu today then, Steve?
Stand on the back of the boat and throw pound notes off in diesel.
Yeah. Well, they go faster than that.
Well, we don't go faster than that because we're trying to be economical.
Because there's no blooming wind, as you can see out there.
There is. There's a slight breeze, but it's on the nose.
Yeah. We'd like to say a huge thank you to our friends who have supported us through either Patreon or Coffee. You don't know how much we appreciate this support. If you're enjoying our videos, please consider supporting us through the links to Patreon and Coffee below. My cake's exploded in the oven. I'm not sure how a cake explodes in the oven, but it has. It's just gone everywhere. Strangely, it hasn't risen very much either. It did have baking powder in it. I don't think that's meant to happen.
I don't know why you're laughing. It looks more like a risotto.
This
No,
is
I'm
my
not
cake.
trying it.
Well, it's most probably very nice. This is my cake. Look at that bit there. Look. My cake exploded in the oven.
Where's the rest of it?
But it's in the pan, in the tin. The thing is, this is the bit that rose and all came out. The other bit, I'm going to eat this.
What are you doing, Cuss? Eh? Burnt cake for tea. Burnt cake for tea. It is.
Just anchored up in Trapani. I can see a Coast Guard boat moving over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd stay here if I was you. It's like being on holiday. It's what, sorry?
You don't think our life is a little bit like that anyway?
God, yeah. Yeah. It's like we've just landed. And we have kind of just landed, haven't we?
Yeah, because we've been on the boat for 7 days.
I thought we'd been on it for about 4. Those beautiful trees. Isn't it strange how that is there and then right opposite it are those flats? Like so many cities in Sicily, Trapani, whichever way you say it, has an old town as well. It's not the most beautiful of Sicilian cities, but it does hold a charm in the old part. It has many chic cafes, restaurants, patisseries and boutiques. Wow, look at that there. It is also known as the City of Salt, which it has supplied for over 2,000 years.
It's good, to do another one of those fierce creatures.
This building here was the prison in Trapani. From when?
1655 to 1960.
Oh, 300 years.
Pretty little cups, aren't
Yeah, very pretty.
they? Very twee.
Twee, oh, I like that word. Why are you giving me your rubbish?
Well, it makes it look like you, the one with the sugar fetish.
And I've never taken sugar.
You're sweet enough.
You're an arse, aren't you? You need your hair cut. Your sidey bits are longer than your beard and your hair.
Or just a tramp, really.
Yes.
Just a travelling hobo.
That's what's coming towards us in 24 hours. Somewhere in the world, there is somebody sat on a lovely sandy beach. Oh, I've just been bitten. Excuse me. Do you want a piece of cake with your...
Oh, no.
No? What, you don't want anything at all?
No. No, 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 no.
I can do you a ham roll. Ah, oh, we
I
stopped.
can do you a 5-knuckle sandwich.
What's... You don't want anything to eat?
No, I'm too excited.
Well, I can show you excitement in a minute.
I can show you fear.
No, I can show you something completely different. I'll show it to you in a minute. And then
No, if in doubt, we were watching 5 Go Sailing last night launch their boat, and there was a lovely line in it with a couple of blokes who we don't know who were sat in the cockpit, and things were going a bit wrong, and they said...
Hold on a moment, who?
5 Go Sailing, isn't
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah.
it?
Yeah. Hold on, we'll put a link up above. We don't know them, but It's quite a good channel to watch.
And those two blokes sat in the cockpit, don't know who they are, they got a thermos flask out and things weren't going too well, and they said what Englishmen do is have a cup of tea. It sorts the world out. So we're just about to have a cup of tea.
Well, it's 11:15 at night. It sounds like it's calmed down a bit. I can assure you this is just a lull. It's still sustaining about 45 to 50, and every so often it keeps going up to 60. Steve's just said to me, well, it's only a force 10.
Well, it's gusting at force 10, so it's not force 10 all the time.
No, I'm not saying it is force 10 all the time. I just want to see your face.
I've been awake and I've probably got eyes like piss holes in snow.
Well, it's only 11 o'clock. You've been watching Ray Donovan.
I haven't.
No, I said you would be if we were inside.
I'm going to in a minute.
And what's absolutely awful is we've been sat in the bay here, and all afternoon we've been watching this smoke. It's been so thick over near, what's it called? Erice.
Eric.
No, not Eric. Erice.
I don't know how you pronounce it.
Mount Erice, Mount Erice. And when it started to clear early this evening, we realised that the smoke is several fires. When I say several fires, what must be about 20 fires all over the side of the side of the mountain. That obviously got out of hand. We did see some helicopters earlier on and some planes going over with water, and we knew that there was a fire, but we didn't realise quite how bad it was. But it is absolutely horrendous, and now it's night time, we can see it. No point in me showing you because it's just like an orange glow over there, but it really is bad everywhere. Anyway, we're just about to go through the worst of it according to all the weather forecasts. Between 11 and 1 o'clock it's going to be at its peak. So 10 hours later and it's still gusting between, well no, it's sustaining about 45 and gusting up to 55 ish. Good morning. Well, we survived. Oh, that's the state of it at the moment. As you can see, it's a bit black and it's raining, but this is the first rain we've had in weeks, and as you can see that, look at the state of the decks now. That's sand and mud running from 3 sandstorms that we've had. Incredible. Could have done with this back in Ragusa. Anyway, we had a sustained 45 to 50 knots all through the night, gusting to 62 until about 7 o'clock this morning. I would say 21 hours of it. 21 hours. Steve did a brilliant job. He only slept for an hour on one occasion. Gus was really good. And yeah, we're just a bit shattered and need to catch up on some sleep. We have managed to get us sleep this morning. Steve's just going to go to bed now though. And we've just had a bit of a downtime day. Anyway. It's not all bikinis and sunsets and sunrises and beaches and ice creams, is it? No. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you and we will always reply. And why not share our video with your friends? You never know, they may enjoy it too. See you in 2 weeks when we hopefully set sail for Sardinia. Ciao.